Hi everyone, meet my lovely daughter Fadike. We're going to be talking about edges today. Edges is one area where I know a lot of you are concerned about. You've either lost hair along your edges, or you're struggling to grow it back, or you want to prevent hair loss. So this should be really helpful. The first thing that I want to note is not everyone will have edges that come far forward. So look at your baby pictures, for example. If you didn't have full edges that came forward, and if you didn't grow into that, it may just be that your edges are what it's supposed to be. The second thing that I want to note is that although a lot of people lose their hair around their edges due to tight braids or buns or weaves or just harsh styling practices, not everyone does. So if you know that you have not been partaking in tight buns, tight braids, tight weaves and such like, but you're losing hair along your edges, it may not be traction alopecia. It may be something else, so you should get it checked out, please. So let's really get into keeping our edges or growing back our edges. One of the things that I really wanted to highlight is the need to prevent as opposed to cure. The hair around this area is very delicate, and when you lose it, it may not grow back as quickly as the hair in other areas of your head. I know that I still have struggled with my edges, and it's been over 8 years since I've been diligent in my healthy hair practices. So to prevent your edges from damage, stay away from tight braids, tight styling, tight buns, and even excessive combing, especially when you're using things like toothbrushes around these edges. Also remember that things like scarves, hats, face caps, helmets, hijabs can be damaging to your edges if you're not taking certain precautions. So if you wear hats regularly, you may want to consider buying satin-lined or silk-lined hats, for example. Also remember that things like edge control contains quite harsh alcohols that can be drying. And even those that don't contain harsh alcohols can lead to buildup around this area. And that buildup in itself can lead to dry and flaky scalp, leading to hair loss in that area. So be aware of edge control. I'm not saying don't use them, I'm saying use it sparingly and far in between, not every day. And I know that it is a trend to do your edges, the scoops and the sculpting of the edges. That can be quite damaging if you are not using sympathetic tools to get those shapes in place. So be mindful that if you are using toothbrush, and the toothbrush is very healthy hair friendly, and if you're using brushes, the same as well. Just be careful of doing that. Every day can cause a lot of strain to that area. So to end, I will say, when it comes to your edges, prevention is better than cure. I am still recovering from all the damage that I did over the years to my own edges. Someone like Fadike has young hair, it's still thriving, it's not sustained a lot of stress. If you're in this position, fantastic. Keep it that way.